like that. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Happy Tuesday. Well, what happened yesterday? I wonder. Oh, and this better be on this time. My new speaker, and it wasn't on other day. Well, other day before yesterday. It wasn't on. And we want that like that. Yes, yes, yes. I don't have a light on. Maybe you better turk this up. Turk. Just a niche. Well, I guess that'll do it. I don't like, I'm fussy about my lighting issues. First, they wouldn't have to be if, excuse me, and here I was going to do, and then you wouldn't have heard me. Yeah, now I know how to do that because I got mute right on my computer. I wish I had a mute button right here, though. Like, that would be so cool. Oh, there is a pause. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. I gotta make sure I know what I'm doing here because it might not be a pause. Where is my my microscope? No, it's really not a microscope, but I do need bifocals. I need the bifocals to see. There is a pause. Oh my gosh. Well, let's pretend. Now, when I watched the video back, yes, I just had a good friend of mine. Well, we were closer back in the day, but she, we were texting each other today, and she said, "Oh, you've got such the uh, creative imagination." I do. Well, I made it through it all. Mother's Day, birthday, the whole 9 yards, and another weekend of listening to. There's never anything good on the weekend on TV, but in any way, I'm just done with. In any case, I hate that. So, if in any way offends anyone, I'm deeply well, not really deeply sorry, but now still to me. But I have my legs crossed, so wherever you cross your legs is where you're gonna probably, yeah. I sag more this way, so if I had my leg turned over the other leg, then my hair would be even. Well, got that figured out. So I just slapped my hand over my other hand on my knee, where they check your reflex, and my leg almost kicked the table. So I got good reflexes. I guess that's a good sign of health. I have been told, but I don't know if this is too dark or too bright for anyone, but it is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. Oh, that's the why. That's the why. Maybe we gotta do it like that. So that's my light coming from over here. Over. Oh, I just can't deal with that. Well, okay. So the bottom line is this. Now, up until my restart in life, I have always been more doing more of the, what do you want to call it, with my makeup. I've been putting makeup on to cover up flaws that I have acquired over the years. And many of the flaws, why does it say mic off? I don't like that. There's a yellow light or there's a red light on the mic area. God, what if I didn't put, oh, no, that don't seem to matter. And now I'm doing this again, and so I'm all screwed up with this here. I don't know. It's so stupid. Why does it gotta be having the red light on? EQ, equalizer, I know that. But where it's saying the mic should be connected to, maybe I gotta make sure with my Bluetooth that it's even connected. I think, well, it would be mic. It would be in the mic. Well, okay, where is the mic? Well, we would go with, excuse me, please, I'm doing a sound check, and so that it must be it. That's what it's called then. Okay, fine. So it's on, it's plugged in. It's not really giving me as far as my devices go. Uh, I don't know why the red light there is on mic. That is really not making me happy. I don't understand that. Turn Bluetooth off. We don't want to do that. It says it's connected. But it's like, how come even using the speaker if it's not even working or helping? I'm going to have to try doing this without even using the speaker again because I just don't know. It doesn't make any sense, does it? If you know why, no. Cheers. Coffee on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. Hello. See, my youngest granddaughter, she knows me, and all my grandkids know me really well. We'll say that. But Luca she is the very observant one of all of them. Well, I could say some other ones too that are, um, but you know, but her sister is also, but Luca, she's just got that special whatever, you know, deep. I don't know as much. Yeah, she's a deep thinker, but she's not afraid to express herself, which I love. I wanted that to be the case with my own daughters when they were younger too. But boy, I did feel like that backfired on me some because they were just, I felt like, they were just hellions when it came to letting you know a thing or two. Well, especially my older one. My younger one, I don't know, she was pretty chill. She'd tell you though. She'd tell me what was for and who the heck she thought people were and so on and so forth. So that's all good, well, and fine. And I see, and today I have errands. That's why my hallway there, over there, is cluttered because all that's going out. It's recyclables, it's returns, it's just, that'll all be empty. That's so nice. I just love that when that happens. Yeah. So I got on here today because one of the things that I love doing this for as well is because it helps me to get into the swing of the day of knowing that, yeah, I got all them errands to run and I want to go wash my car. Different things, you know. There were some things I wanted to kind of back up on and I don't know. We'll just elaborate on it maybe a little bit more with some of the things that I said politically on my last cast. Well, if it was so unimportant that I don't even remember. I will say this much though. Oh, that was supposed to go in there. Oh, shoot. Well, whatever. The thing that I see that the liberals do not want to cop to, they do not want to take responsibility for, is the the many that I know, the some that I know, and the many that I have quickly tipped into and out of on podcasts because it's just immediate griping. There's no, they don't have a gentle way or tactful way of putting things. It's just dun, 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 you know. And everybody should just know that and let it be so, let it be written, and let it be the way things should be, you know. And I don't want to be all hyperbolic, I guess, as they say, either. But it's what I see, and it's just like when I peruse into checking out someone's YouTube cast, if I get that attitude coming out of them, I just move on because I just know I could bet money on it, you know. Well, anyway, so I think that was the worst, an absolute worst part, I would say, about being, more of a gentle conservative in my life and having to deal with one they were in. It's no wonder they were in so much. They were so bossy and pushy and rude and just like not afraid to do the dirty, dumb, dirt, cheap thing. So they had all kinds of money. Well, that's Trump's turning that table, thank God, because somebody has to. And I would rather have things not go perfectly the way I would like them to under the Trump administration than have the Dems just wreck things on purpose because they hate America. I'm sure not all of them do. I don't know. If you live in a country, and why would you want it to be ruined? That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like, you got to live there. But see, I don't know. They get enough. They get, I don't want to use the term rotten, but they get whatever they get around them to protect them, so that and then they say, and I got your back, you got my back, because otherwise you're going to have to leave the country, and you don't want that. So you got to do your thing to protect me, if they're illegals and if they've done bad things and if they've been tied up in the terrible, poor Democratic thing of in and out of the country, in and out of jail, I mean, but really both, but mostly in and out of jail, because what that has become about, I don't even understand whatsoever. But it is a form of trying to keep their illegal immigrants safe so that they will have their, stronger voter base, or any voter base at all. They probably figure, well, if we got enough cheaters to vote, plus then we do our own, the cheating that they do to begin with, and then in the end they really cheat because they've taken months to count the ballots. Oh, let's recount that. Oh, all of a sudden we found 80,000 more votes. I mean, come on. I don't care how tired that looked either, because that's like really how I feel about are they just think we're so stupid. The problem what has been with Republicans, and why I think the Democrats have been uh, basically in charge for the last 40 years, is because of how mean and dirty. I mean, I believe that without a doubt that they will kill people to just shut them up and get them out of the way. I don't think that a lot of them even see people as any kind of with any worth or value, unless they're Democrats, unless they are, and the Dems can say the same thing, but we're not the ones throwing ourselves at, you know, cop cars. We're not the ones trying to take the cops down or other agents down just because we're pissed off and we feel like it and we feel justified. We're not the ones doing that. So, yeah, bad things are going to happen if you do that kind of crap. It's the way it's always been. It only got changed slightly for a little while the last couple of terms that you guys were in power, per se. And all you did was make things worse. So I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I'm just so over it. But I'm not. And I won't ever be. And that's why I want to encourage everybody. If you're a mild conservative Republican, if you're MAGA or Mesa or Maha, whatever, or make America healthy again, all of the things we want to make our country safe, secure, blessed, and thriving. Yeah. If you want to be a part of that, hallelujah. If you don't want to be a part of that, then just go somewhere else. I mean, we always say that, just go somewhere else. You know why you guys never have to say that to us? Because you don't want us to go anywhere. You want to torture us. You want us to pay for how miserable you've made your own beds and lives, for how you cannot find peace within yourself, within your party, within the whole ecosystem of the Democratic ilk. You can't find any peace, so you want to batter-ram us. You get off on that. I've seen it. I have absolutely seen that up front, close and personal. Now, I'm not saying all of you are that way, but I think many of you, if you searched your hearts enough, if you ever could or would, you would find that to be true. To some extent and degree, you would find that. I don't want to rub nothing into anybody's face here. I just want to tell the truth as I've seen it, as I have witnessed and experienced things in my life as a gentle conservative, which there are many, because we have strong consciences. We have strong consciences, and we respect what others want to do and how they want to live. But, we don't need a special month or day, or we don't have to wear special colors or dress any differently or try to not dress at all, or any of the multitudes of wild and crazy things that the liberal wants to do just because it's their right. It's their right to do whatever they want, So they push the gamut. They push it so hard and so far that it's repulsive. We don't want to be repulsive. I don't want to be repulsive. Maybe I'm being a little repulsive right now to someone, but tell me about it. Bitch at me. Come on. I don't care. I can take it, because it's like no more Ms. Nice woman here. And I care too much about our country, about my family, my grandchildren, my daughters, and all of us and everyone and our whole country. And my country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Let the real liberty ring in our country. I pray. Oh, I pray in the Lord's name. And my heart is over here. It's just I had my coffee in the wrong hand. But so no, I don't want to be offensive. But I'm not going to be defensive. anymore. And it's great to finally be able to say how I feel and not feel like someone's going to come and kill me because of it. Because that's how crazy you guys have acted on the left. You have literally acted that crazy. You've literally scared people into hiding because we still don't know what the next thing you might want to try to pull to get power back. You're not going to get power back. You're not going to get power back for a long time. So you guys might as well start thinking about moving to Puerto Rico like Marjorie Taylor Greene, even though she professes to be still an American and living in the country. More will be revealed on that, I'm sure, because this is something I just heard about and I haven't researched it. And everything I do on my podcast, anything I say about anyone primarily is not researched. It's my opinion. And or it's something I've heard other podcasters in my family of people say. And they do the research. They are the researchers. I'm not into the research. I mean, I like research. I like it when it's pre-done. But already, that's enough. And sorry so serious, but felt good. So, peace, love, joy, and tons of righteous fun, I hope, for you all this day. May 12th. Oh, I said the 11th before. Oops. Yeehaw.